Hello, my name's Paul Duckett, and I'll be running the two Thursday lectures in weeks 11 and 12 on the history and theories of psychology. Weeks 11 and 12, we made it. Can you believe it? We made it. Well, if you're listening to this in week 10, we've almost made it. 2 more weeks to go. So I hope to see you there. I thought I'd just first of all introduce myself, just to let you know a little bit about what to expect from our two lectures. Well, I'll be talking about the history of psychology and some of the major schools of psychology, and perhaps there's no surprise there really, but what might surprise you is that I'm going to talk in a critical way about psychology to raise the possibility that it might not be doing things as well as it could be. Now, I'm going to be critical not because I've got a problem necessarily with psychology, but because many scholars who work in psychology, particularly around the history of psychology, they tell us that when a profession asks its students to look at the history of their chosen profession as part of their professional training, that history should be used as an opportunity for students to consider how the profession they are in or about to enter might not be doing such a great job. And that's not to put those students off entering into the profession, but it's intended to motivate them to change the profession for the better when they join it. So we're going to do a bit of that in our lecture. We're going to think critically about psychology, but we're not going to do too much of that because you'll do a lot of it in level 3 when you take the full-on unit in history and theories of psychology. But I also don't want to put you off psychology. I want you to stay with psychology. You know, I want to see you in level 3. Now, the second surprise is that we'll only be looking back around about 150 years. It's still a long time ago, but we're not going to go back to the time of the ancient Greek philosophers because psychology wasn't recognized as a profession in those days, and psychology is actually quite a young profession. So our history begins just a couple of decades before World War I, so late 19th century. Now, the third surprise is that we are going to look at the history of psychology outside of psychology as well as inside psychology. So we're going to consider how psychology has been shaped by events outside of the profession. Specifically, we're going to look at war, industrialization, politics, and the human rights movements or civil rights movements. Now, by the end of our 2 lectures, I hope you'll be able to answer some big questions, such as how has psychology changed over the last 150 years? Why has it changed? Has it changed for the better? And if it has changed for the better for who? Anyway, come along to the lecture. See you there. I shall dazzle you with my PowerPoint slides. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy meeting you. See you soon. Ta-da.